In the last video we have learned about, or we have discussed about the introduction to supplementary nutrition. In this video I will start discussing the first supplementary nutritional program, which is MDN. The launching year is, it was launched in the year 1963, 62 to 1963. It is usually conducted in school. It is not usually. The main purpose of this program was to bring the school dropouts back to the school. There are some aspects to consider. In rural areas, people have to travel a certain distance to reach to their school. Now the problem is, as they are already financially weak, they are not able to avail any transport on a daily basis. Now what is happening? A child from the family of a what should I consider, of a worker who works in factory or works in a tea stall, if the child of that family needs to avail transport for coming to the school every day, it is not possible for them to support. Now if the child is walking to the school also, then the problem is that the child is not bringing bread, or not providing, or not is not a source of bread to the family. Rather, the time the child is spending in the school, he is not earning anything out of that, and that is not of any use to correct the condition of the family. So what happens after a certain time? They consider the time the child spent in the school as a wastage of time. They prefer sending the child to work, which we consider as child labor. So, and another problem is, if the child will come to the school, the child need to bring some food for lunchtime. It is already difficult for them to arrange a meal twice a day. It becomes a burden for them to provide lunch to the child. So there are some certain reasons like this which makes a child discontinue the study and to join some work to earn bread for the family. Now midday meal is a program where school students are provided with a certain amount of carbohydrate, protein and fat every day at the lunch time. They are provided with different type of food, like khichdi someday rice, dal and egg white, someday soybean. So here two factors work. Students who are not coming to the school, as they were unable to bring or arrange lunch for their lunch break, now they do not need to worry about the lunch. So they can come to the school without the tension of carrying food. Another factor which was there, it is difficult for their parents to manage food for every head of the family. Now, if the child will get the lunch from school, then the burden of arranging food for that child is reduced from the parents. That makes them consider that spending the time at school worth, as it will help them in surviving. So these are the factors which work as an influence, works to influence a dropout to come back to the school because of midday meal. Okay, so what is the year of launch of this program? 1962 to 1963. It is conducted in school. It is the main purpose is to bring the school dropout back to the school. Okay. Another thing is, students who could not bring lunch, they used to lack concentration after the lunch break. As we know, our brain cells depend on glucose for energy. Obviously, a child who is not bringing any lunch to the school is not getting energy after a certain time, because all the stored energy has been burnt. Stored sources has been burnt. Now it is the student is not having any source left in this body, so no energy is being generated. Now for energy, as the brain cells are not getting energy, whatever will be explained after lunch break, the child is unable to understand or concentrate. So this ensures proper concentration after the lunch break also. Okay, so the next thing we need to understand is, so this is the purpose or aim of the program. 1, 2, increase, first to bring the school dropout, increase the literacy rate or increase the number of children taking admission and being present in school. Till that, obviously, if the school will take care of the lunch, students who are not regular, they will also become regular, because what they do, if they cannot consume the entire amount of food provided during midday meal, they carry the remaining portion to their home. That also ensures supply of food in the other half of the day. Okay, being present in school. And suppose a child in an area or in a village who was not going to the school got to know about MDM and is coming to the school, obviously that child will influence the neighboring child, and that will ultimately cause or result in more admission of children from such underprivileged areas or below poverty level background, and they will have the minimum education, which, I mean, that is their right? We know that right to education is there. And then another is, I have already said, to improve nutritional status of the students. So these are the purpose of this program. Okay, you have understood. I'm moving to the next point, but before that I'm focusing on what I have written on the board. You will get all the information in your book also. Okay, what is done here? So this was aim. Now I'm writing procedure. What is done? Ready to eat food is provided. Okay. So whenever you are writing any program, you have to mention launch date. I am launching here. aim, procedure it is there, if it is having any particular procedure. Another very important point without which marks will be deducted, beneficiaries means whom are provided. When government launches any program, it decides the target group. The target group cannot be from 1 year to 60 years. If this wide range of target will be there, then government will never be able to evaluate the effectiveness of the program. So the total population is divided into groups. When any program is launched, it usually works on a certain age group where correction will ensure better nutritional status in the future. So beneficiaries of MDM are 6 to 12 year girls and boys. Basically these are for the school students, a minimum age of school students. Okay, so this is the target group. And if you are not mentioning the beneficiary, answer for nutritional program will not, marks will be deducted. Okay, now what is given, what is provided in a midday meal. Okay, so distribution will be, there is a duration in every school for, first thing, 2 rupee per head. So per student or per capita, whatever you say, per capita 2 rupees government will expend to conduct this program. Okay. Central government carries 40% and state government gives 60% of the expenditure required to conduct this program. Okay. So it's about financial expenditure. Okay. What is given usually here? Soybean rich roti, Indian multipurpose food. What is Indian multipurpose food? It is a food manufactured by government. It is made up of different pulses to ensure proper supply of protein in low cost. Powder milk. These are the things provided through this program. And wheat rich food. These all are low cost food with higher nutritional value. That is why these ingredients has been chosen. Okay, so these are the details of this program. There are much more to add. I'm erasing this portion. Okay, so the next point or the next information you need to remember is what will be the what I said, distribution. There are some wholesome programs which concentrate on supplying us a wholesome amount. Like this targets 300 kcal. This provides 300 kcal energy per day, 8 to 12 gram protein per day. So per day midday meal or the per meal given at the lunchtime every day will provide this. Okay, is provided through the meal. And what is the longevity of the program? In every school for 300 days this program will be conducted, for 300 days span. Okay, so these are the details you need to remember about this program. The last thing where you have to write, if it comes in 7 marks, what are the limitation of this program? Why after launching of midday meal also there are a lot of numbers of dropout still we can see. Okay, so limitations are dishonesty of the distributors who bring the raw materials for conducting this program. They they take away the raw materials for their personal use from the stock, which makes the quality of food poor. Okay, and irregular distribution of food. That is also because of careless attitude of the distributors. So irregular distribution of food. These are the reasons why the program could not be of great success. Though it was successful, it brought change. Absence of other health services, like here only food will be given. If a student is suffering from anemia, the student will not be provided with iron tablet. So wholesome cure or wholesome correction is not being provided. That also makes the program to be partially successful. Absence of other health services. Okay, so these are the limitation of the program which causes partial success of this program. In the next video we will discuss about some other nutritional program. Thank you.